So the very first card that you got, that's usually sort of foundational to everything else, is the card of hope, love and acceptance, your divine worth. You are worthy. Choose loving thoughts. The card says, she says, for yourself. Choose loving thoughts for yourself. Be very mindful of the thoughts in terms of love and accepting of yourself. Be mindful of how you talk to yourself for the second half of May. My question to Spirit was, what do Cancerians need that would right now that would be most beneficial to the most Cancerians right now, that would help them and also help humanity and the world, the new earth that we're trying to create. The second card that you got is from Mercury, saying to have open communication. Communication will be big. The whole time these cards were coming out, I kept feeling this in my throat to just open this up and speak your truth. You'll see some other cards that came out that line up with him are fantastic. You also got that the second half of May, there's a huge shift in your soul. Your soul is expanding at the soul level. That will affect everything. Your consciousness, your very consciousness is expanding. You understand now the connection between all things. And it looks like you're ready to get out there. So Mercury with his open communication is helping you open up and get out there. Because you're expanding so much, it's going to be very difficult to hold it in anymore. The Cancer is the crab. You guys like to go in your shell kind of thing. And it's almost like you just there's too much on the inside from this expansion that you just can't stay in there anymore. It's like you just have to come out and do your thing. Do what you're designed for. The next card that you got is from Master Jesus. We love Jesus. Forgiveness, he's saying. Forgiveness. This is coming in line with this one. So in terms of your divine worth and you recognizing that, forgiveness will be a big help for you. And Jesus is with you, helping you to have forgiveness. So the card that came right after Jesus is to listen, because he will be talking to you. So listen with your inner ears and your heart space. Jesus will be there talking to you, okay? And then also we have to nurture your inner child. If you have children in your life and you nurture them, that is an extension of nurturing your inner child as well. So if there are any children in your life, here in the second half of May, be mindful, be deliberate. That's the word. Thank you. Be deliberate in being nurturing to any children in your world. It will have an effect on your inner child in doing that. Okay? The communion, the eagle came out for you in the Mother Earth, in the Earth Magic deck. Communion, talking about, again, sort of your inner child. So take some time here in the second half of May in working on your forgiveness and listening as Jesus sends you, speaks to you on a soul, subconscious level. Be sure to take some time for yourself, meditation. So some quiet time to sort of go inward and think about things and feel about things and what you're wanting on the inside. All right, so with this communication card with Mercury coming out, you know what to do. So in the first sort of series of these next set of cards, I was really feel in line with Mercury. The very first card you got is from Archangel Uriel, saying you know what to do. You already know who you are. And with your soul expanding and listening, you will be able to just really have some confirmations on the fact that your soul already knows what to do. So when you go into your inner world, you will recognize some of this. You know what to do. The next card that you got is leadership. You are a leader, Cancer. You are a leader, natural born leader. So take charge of the situation. Take charge of your life. Take charge. Be the leader that you are, and open up that communication in the realm of leadership. Leadership of others in some way. They're also saying leadership of yourself. Leading yourself. Leading yourself to do what you're sort of designed here to do. You also got Freyja saying, be bold about it. Be bold, be deliberate. You got this kind of feeling. She's with you, giving you some really solid confidence while you're communicating, in your communication. Confidence in your communication. Be bold. Step outside your comfort zone. The universe has your back, and it's time. It's time. With this expansion of your soul, it's almost like you're not going to be able to hold it back. So they're saying, yes, go for it. Be bold. You got it. You also got the tsunami. Tsunami from Mother Earth. The tsunami card is a wake-up call. Wake up. Wake up. Your soul is expanding. So they want me to hold these two together. With your soul expansion, it's almost like a tsunami, like I was feeling that energy that's just so huge, you can't hold it in anymore. You can't hold it back. It's time for you to step up into your role as a leader, being bold about it. It's time. And the energy of this feels like it's inside of you with this. Like Spirit is helping to push you forward to the leadership role that you're designed to have. And then at the same time, you got Unog is saying, easy does it. Easy does it. So here you are, you're feeling all this, sort of oomph, this tsunami of emotions, and having courage and getting bold and stepping out there, taking charge of the situation. You're just stepping out to be bold. Unog is here to say, you don't really need to hurry or force anything. Forcing things is different than being bold. And they want me to hold these two up together. This one is saying, you can't force things to happen. You don't want to even try, is what she's saying. Being bold is not about forcing people to do things. As a leader, you don't force anything. You inspire. You inspire as a leader, right? And so she's saying, be mindful that you don't get caught in that sort of ego trap of, while you're being bold, of having your boldness be coming from a place of wanting to make things happen. So she's saying, take it easy. It's not about making things happen. It's about taking bold steps and taking charge of your own sovereign self, and at the same time allowing others to just sort of come into your world. So you're going to take charge. You're going to open the waters, and then what that does is allows the people to walk through. Moses didn't force anyone to walk through. He just opened the waters so that they could. Does that make sense? So you're not going to be forcing anything. This one, you're not forcing anything. So just be mindful for that. If you feel your ego or if you feel frustrations around people aren't doing certain things, or you're wanting things to move along faster, all you can do and what you want to be doing is taking these bold steps towards the leadership role that you are. Open your communication to sharing that wisdom that you have inside of you, and then just allowing people the opportunity to receive what you're sharing. Does that make sense? All right, when you take charge of any particular situation as well, just keeping in mind that unconditional love is at the root of everything. Love is at the root of everything. Love yourself, love others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearance might be. So, if you're in some kind of a challenging situation, Mott is here to tell you that the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner, especially if you take charge of your part in the situation. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So by your stepping out, stepping out and taking charge of your part in any situation, recognizing your own worth, taking charge in an inner space of recognizing what you're worth, take charge of the situation. And with that, it will work out in a fair and just way. And keeping in mind that unconditional love is at the root of the situation coming out fairly. So see, there's that love again. It's unconditional love for yourself. Unconditional love for yourself. Okay? Forgiving anyone otherwise, and just honoring yourself in the situation. And not only will it work out in fairness, but we also get from Mother Earth that it will be then completed. Completion to things that no longer serve you. So if there are any situations that you're in that you're trying to work through, get a resolution to, so that you can let it go and move on to the future life that you're really wanting, anything that doesn't serve you will be completed, ending in fair and just ways, with unconditional love, loving yourself through the process, and in that core space of loving yourself, taking bold steps forward, taking charge of the situation, having a leadership role in it, to where you allow others their own way. You allow them their way. Does that make sense? That's a really great reading. And then to help you too, so we have some really great stuff. Spirit always shares, or almost like every time, Spirit will give you some action step or some thing that you can do that will help with your new understanding, or the understandings of the wisdom that they're sharing today. And so we have flower power to help you. Spend some time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. This one, your personal inner healing that needs to happen, your worth, your divine worthiness, and recognizing that. It will help you, Spirit says, to spend some time with flowers and flower essences, smells, clairsentience. Sentience, I think, is the smells of the flower essences. They're pointing that out even more. And they're also, look, she's holding little bubbles. She's holding these little bubbles. It feels like the scent is really important to me. So if you're into flower essences, that's great. That's wonderful. Take advantage of those healing powers in the flowers. If that's not something that you're used to, head on over to Whole Foods, I think Whole Foods has some stuff, or maybe health food stores will have whole sections of flower essences. Just give yourself, an hour or so on a Saturday and just go, smell some flower essences and see what feels really good to you. Notice how it feels to you. And that might help. They're also talking about, they're also talking about acknowledging with flowers that the process that they go through, from a seed to sprouting to growing to the bloom in a tight bud to the bloom opening. They're wanting you to, bring to your forward awareness that process. And you are at the step in that process of being this tight bud, and now you're going to open. Now you're going to open. Your soul's expanded. You can't hold it in anymore. You're going to be communicating as a leader. So, use the flower power. The power of flowers will help you embody that. So spend some time with some flowers and flower essences for the smell. And then we also got the travel card from the fairies. They're telling us that an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So maybe you're going to take a little trip. It's going to work out very well for you. Something is there for you that has to do with your leadership, is what it says. It also, if they're on this trip, if you see any children who need anything, nurture them. Take advantage of that while you're traveling. Some things are going to happen if you're traveling in the near future. And then the fairies also, they're very practical. The fairies, I love the fairies. They're just so joyful and happy. And because they're so close to the earth, oftentimes their guidance is practical. It's like down here on the earth, it's practical kind of advice. And they also will sometimes give us the timing of things. So they're here to let you know that in the fall, everything will come together really nicely for you in autumn. So right now your flowers blooming, and it's almost like by the time fall comes around, you're just going to have this whole garden, wonderful harvests of abundance in the fall for you. Thank you, fairies. Is there anything else? So you, dear sweet Cancers, will be honoring and recognizing your divine value. Jesus is with you, helping you with forgiveness. Gabriel is helping you to nurture that inner child, to know on a soul level your worth. And also we have Babaji is expanding your soul. You're going to be bold. Take charge. Let unconditional love drive you. Allow others allow the process to go as it needs to go. You can't force a flower to do any step in the process, but you can provide sunlight and water and fertile soil, and then it will naturally bloom. You, as the leader, here in May, here right now, so this message is for you right now, for May. Your role as a leader is going to sort of give people the sunlight and the water and the fertile soil to allow them also then to expand. Everyone's connected. So